go back to finishing a fort that I had about 5 minutes ago. Provided I can remember. I was just going to say that like the cool thing about working on Cass or on a comic in general is that you want to write about lots of stuff, right? So I write about things that happen like way later on in the story and things like that, and I draw pictures for it and stuff. And I had this problem with edited, not a problem, it's just a thing, where I would constantly be writing and doing stuff about stuff that happened later. But because it all happens later, I can't post any of it because it'd be spoilers.
Yeah.
So then I feel really bad that I'm not posting anything, like artwork or whatever. Oh, it's this girl. Okay. I'd be making stuff constantly, right? But you just wouldn't see it because I'm just freaking making stuff that's all spoilery. So I feel bad that like I'm not posting that much Cass art or anything, but it's like it's all spoilers for way later in the story.
Yeah.
My sketchbook is filled to the brim with things like that. That was the other thing. I used to have an art series, I guess you could call it, called Uni Sketchbook.
Yeah.
Where my whole thing was that I would go and post a bunch of pictures from it. But every year I feel like there was less and less pictures because like they were all spoilers.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man. I feel that way about Cass quite a lot now as well. I mean, not as much as Edited. Edited was like almost 100% spoilers all the time. Because that story was way too big for its own good. The Cass is similar.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because like I'm in my mind, like I've got the whole story, right?
Yeah.
And all the little details and bits and bobs. But yeah, so it's just kind of interesting thinking about like how you got to remember where everyone else's head is at compared to your own. So it kind of sucks because I feel like I like there's so much I want to talk about Cass at all times, man. Like I can't even talk to you about it because you don't want to know spoilers.
Yeah.
But like there's so many little details and like I'm thinking about this and that, but I just can't say.
Yeah.
It sucks. And all this artwork I make and oh well.
It's funny because I tell you absolutely everything about Hurricane and all of my ideas, but I don't want any information about Cass.
Yeah, it's good two-way street.
The closest I get is like a page.
I get a credit in Hurricane's making of. I'm a creative consultant, but you get nothing. You are a man who watches.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you're at least interested enough in the story that you want to keep the allure. Not to then imply that I'm not interested in your story. Fuck, man.
I thought I did a good job when we did the Twilight Princess episode, where I talked about Hurricane, and it was just like a 20-minute episode of me talking about Hurricane, and you were telling me about what I should be working on, what I should be fixing, and I was like, well, actually, I've already fixed that. It's actually going to be this one. You're like, oh.
Yeah, I'm great, man. But the thing is with Hurricane is that you... Oh my god, I found it. Mantis Village.
Yeah.
I've done it. Flying Mantis dick up. No! I gotta stop fucking around with these guys and actually properly fight them. And not...
Why are you treating them like they're not easy? That they're
why am I treating them like they're easy or that they're not easy?
That they are easy.
Fuck!
It's like you're treating them...
Because I don't know. I like to pretend I'm good at this game. Can you blame me?
So I do in Rocket League. I'm good at this. It'll be fine, and then it's immediately not fun. This reason Friday Night Fun was the second time that I've played the same game on 3 consecutive
This is not the way to go.
Friday Night Funs. I played 3 Friday Night Funs in a row that I've played Rocket League and talked about my life.
Hey man, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
As long as it's...
Well, I think they're good episodes. So.
Yeah. We were just saying something. I wanted to elaborate on something.
I was talking about how I sort of surprised you.
Oh yeah, well it's because you spend so long like not working on it, or when you do, it's like very sparse, and now you're actually spending a lot of time on it. And I'm like, oh wow, I'm proud of you.
It's a hard thing to do.
Proud of you.
Fix something that is. It's not an easy thing to do to fix a project that you've had for such a long time. Yeah,
because for those of you who don't know, he's essentially trying to fix everything about it, change everything about it.
Yeah.
You're basically rewriting it from scratch.
Yeah. Rewriting it the way it really should be. And I hope that by fixing Hurricane, it can help you fix Edited. I think you know what you have to do. You haven't got the motivation at the moment.
I suppose motivation implies that like
that you don't feel like, but
it's more of I've got other stuff to do. Yeah.
You got Cass to do. There's a lot of.
But I don't have the inspiration. I think is a better word to use. Yeah. I know vaguely where I want the story, where I want things to go, but they're very vague. Like the thing is, again, for those of you who don't know, which is probably most of you, I had a story called Edited, and I was working on it for 5 years, and nothing ever came out about it, and I ended up cancelling it, or kind of just announcing that it was done, because it got way too out of hand, out of control, and like one of the biggest things is that I learnt actually how to write in the interim period.
Yeah.
So I was essentially working with stuff that a 15-year-old was writing who didn't know anything about writing, and a 20-year-old who actually did know what they were doing, at least to a certain extent.
Yeah,
and it was...
I'm working with stuff that an 11-year-old wrote.
Yeah, well, exactly. And like, I had a moment where I was like, man, this story is just not going to work. It's that classic analogy of like, if your foundation to your house or whatever is shit, then you can't expect the rest of it to hold up well. You can have the best roof in the world, but if the foundation sucks, oh my god, I got the mantis claw. Hell yeah! Look, I can do this. I can finally wall jump.
I thought that mechanic would be a bit like in Metroid Fusion, where you do like the sort of wall jump things. But it looks like it's a bit better, really.
Than Metroid Fusion? Oh, billion times better. Are you kidding me?
Because Metroid Fusion is sort of like you kind of fall off the wall all the time.
In Metroid games, wall jumping is not. It's a very complicated thing.
It's a skill.
It's a skill, not an ability. Yeah. That's the perfect way to put it. And this is an ability. So it's literally you can't fail it. You just as soon as I just said that, but you know what I mean. Because like in the Metroid games, you don't ever have to use it. It's just an interesting way you can kind of sequence break and go around and find stuff. In here, you have to use this. So it's really easy to use, and there's a lot of places that require it. Anyway, what were we talking about? I keep losing my train of thought. Okay, Edited. Okay.
You decided to retcon it, I guess.
I didn't just decide to retcon it, man. I decided fucking
throw most of
scrap
it in the bin.
Yeah. And it's really so, because like 5 years worth of work is nothing to sneeze at. But no, I was like, nope, this is done. I'm gonna rewrite it from scratch. Like I want to change it, like most things. The only things that will probably stay the same are like a couple of the characters. I might like rewrite how some of them are going and
Do you
stuff.
think that a lot of them will look different? The ones that you keep?
Some of them might. I think I was telling you about it the other day. I was actually contemplating changing Fundrake to be blue rather than green. Yeah, I want to change people's roles. I'll probably end up redesigning everyone, so like, because that's the other thing is like I have a better idea of character design now, as opposed to before. I want to change like the world. I think it's one of the big ones, and the story kind of. Again, I kind of have ideas for both, but not really. I want the world to be really engaging and interesting. I'm heavily inspired. If I had to make a comparison to the world in Made in Abyss.
Right.
Which you probably haven't heard of.
The stuff that I know is the stuff that Mickle Pickle has done.
Oh yeah, Mickle Pickle loves Made in Abyss.
I haven't watched his manga animated things.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend it because
All
you haven't read the manga.
Yeah, all I've watched is like the theory video. He did. I think he did like.
You did a theory video?
Yeah, he did a theory
I should
video.
watch that. That world in Made in Abyss is super well fleshed out and thought out, and it's like so in depth. And it's so unique and such a great like fantasy world that like I really want to do something like that.
You have a sister. If you won't turn, then perhaps she will.
Perhaps she will.
Yes.
Do your best Darth Vader.
I did. Like a low.
Now, really give it your all. Give it as much gusto. Give me a line that he says.
You have failed me for the last time.
Does he actually say that?
I think he says that to one of the generals before he kills him.
I don't remember that one. Give me one I remember. I want to remember how he does his delivery, because he has different inflections, particularly in A New Hope. He speaks like a bit. He gives it a little bit more. Sometimes it's like a bit weaker than deeper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at the beginning, he's like,
Find
the prisoners. I want them alive.
I've got one. I see you've constructed a new lightsaber.
I see you've constructed a new lightsaber. I do like it like in A New Hope. Do you know what I'm talking about? Fucking fuck. Where like he at the beginning he's like find the passengers. I want them alive.
Yeah.
You know? He doesn't actually sound like Darth Vader that much.
Yeah.
I kind of really like that. I like that candidness.
He doesn't say it. It just sort of you don't hear him sort of shouting very often in the films.
That's true.
He usually is sort of a commanding voice, projecting his voice, I guess. And he's got so much attention in the room when he addresses someone, they've got he's got their full attention.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to
Yeah, he's a very
yell at them.
powerful character. Oh shit!
You're a rebel and a traitor. Take her away.
You're a rebel and a traitor. Take her away.
Yeah.
In that scene, I feel like he kind of like.
Why does that sound like a football commentator in America or something like that? Reminds me a bit of Cuphead, the sort of the gambler one. Like,
King Dice, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, but did we give him just sort of those sorts of like 1920s American funny voices?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's probably what it has. Probably what all the characters would have.
Yeah.
In that game. Okay, I did it. There we go. There she is. Oh, please don't leave me behind. You forgot about me. I knew you would. Everyone always forgets me. Oh, who are you? Your face. You're so. It's Bretta. I'm sorry, I got lost. I don't know how I ended up here. You came to rescue me? Bretta? The girl that everyone just ignores? Sorry, when I look at your face, I just can't believe you came all this way down here to rescue me. I didn't think anybody... Sorry, thank you. I better go. Back to town. I better get home. Well, there we go. We saved her. She's also got a really interesting story that will unravel. The thing is, like, I think you can miss people and they will die. She was getting infected there, so I saved her.
Oh.
So was the other little lad. All right, so we're gonna sit at this bench, and next time, maybe I'll remember what thought process I was having.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. See you next time. Bye.
Bye bye.